Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper, and today we're gonna make something that I think is gonna be really cute. It's cute like right here, so I hope I can get it cute right here. So let me go ahead and show you what we're gonna be using. All right, so we need some scissors. I got those. We got from the Dollar Tree or the 99-cent store just one of these clear candles. One of these little, I don't know what they would call, like a little dish here. Some fall leaves. Some guest napkins. I've got mine with these little pumpkins and some fall sayings. I grabbed a couple of paintbrushes, some of my Arteza ink, Arteza paint, and then some Mod Podge, and then my glue gun. So let me go ahead. Oh, and I did have this. This is a wire piece, but you guys could use the rope. It looks just like the rope from like the Dollar Tree. But I happen to have this, and I was going to throw it away, and I'm like, oh, I think I could repurpose this because it's got wire. It's like a tie back for a curtain. So I thought I could repurpose it, so I'm going to use that. But like I said, you could use rope. So first things first, we're going to get out our little napkins, and all you're going to do is measure this candle, and you're going to measure it around as well. And if you have scissors, you're going to want to scissor cut that right up the center. I've already measured it, and I am going to try and get these as straight as possible. So I'm just pulling this out. And this actual candle is 7.5 around, and I think it's about 8 inches tall or so, but I'm going to still do it at about 7.5 because I don't need it to go all the way up. So I'm just going to take and cut a straight line. You guys, this is not a sponsored video, but I have been loving this Arteza stuff. It's just so great. So I'm just cutting that across like that. I'm going to cut this one down like that. Ooh, that didn't go straight. That was my fault. And then I'm going to measure 7.5 inches. So what I was saying is I'm really loving this, all the stuff that Arteza has been having. So I have gone ahead and asked them, I reached out to them via email, and I asked them if I could get a coupon for you guys, because I know some of you guys have been asking me about it. So they gave me one, you guys. So we're gonna put a coupon code down below for you. Again, this is not a sponsored video, but I probably will be doing one because I also asked them for some other stuff as well, but I just love it so much. So I'm gonna go to 10 on here, and then just go to 17.5. And then I'll know that that's my halfway. And I'm going to put it right on the line so it's all nice and square. I'm going to go a little bit over just so it'll overlap. But again, you guys can cut this, no problem. In fact, I did not start right at the right spot there. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just cut this because I don't need it. And then I'm going to square off again, and I'm going to start at 10. my line right about 17 and a half. And we'll start off the page so I get it right this time. And there we go. Now I have a nice 7.5 by 7.5 square. They are two different parts, double lined little napkins. So I'm just going to take that part away. And that I think is going to look really cute. We'll see. So what I want to do now is I'm going to put these away. Make sure if you do have one of these, make sure you close it because that is a razor blade. That's why it cuts so well. And then I'm going to take my Mod Podge. I always do this. I always Mod Podge my stuff together. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this open. Alright, it's going to take me a minute to get this open, so I'm going to place it on hold. Okay, I got it. I just used a towel, so I got it. Apparently, it can't be stored upside down. So we've got that. I also am adding a couple more things. I've got a little bowl and a little plate for my colors, and I decided to go with the bowl for the Mod Podge just because it's giving me a hard time. So I'm sticking some Mod Podge. Oh, and I grabbed some wipes to wipe off. So I'm just going to grab, see which one I want, the Mod Podge. I'm going to pull this out of the way for the time being. I'll put this down. So we're just going to take this and put this all over, all the way around. And it doesn't have to be a real thin layer or a real thick layer, just whatever you'd like. We just need a base for a little bit of tackiness. But you do want to get all the way around. So this particular one that I am using is a luster as opposed to the matte. So I'm just going to put this down toward the bottom and then bring it up toward the top there, and then I'm going to pull it around. I'm going to wrap that around. And I'm going to do the same on this side. And I really like it because it is a straight candle. So then there's a little bit here where I'm going to kind of overlap. So I'm just going to use a little bit as a glue. Actually, I'll put it on this side. There we go. And then wrap that around. There we go. So now we've got this. There's a little bit you could really push it down, but what's going to happen is we're going to put another layer of Mod Podge over the top. So now you see you've got all of these lovely little words. It almost kind of looks like it's wood. So now I'm going to take the Mod Podge and I'm going to go right over it again. Now this one I am going to use a little bit more, and instead of going up and down, I'm going to go sideways here. And you're just going to want to cover this entire thing. Now what we do have to remember is that this is a candle, and so you don't want anything going over the top where it can burn. So So I'm just pushing with the Mod Podge to make that stick on there because there's a little bit of a lip. And then we're just going to go around all the way with the Mod Podge. And especially where that seam came together. And then down at the bottom where it's rounded as well. And I'm not being like so perfect right yet. I will be shortly. Be careful. That wanted to tear on me there. It even did a little bit of a tear. So be very careful. And then I'm going to put these down because like I said, down at the bottom, it is rounded a bit. So we've got that. And I'm going to move that off to this side and stick it on there so it could dry just a little bit. Then these paper napkins, which I used for the words, also have these great pumpkins along the bottom. So I just took my scissors and I carefully cut out the pumpkin. If you don't want to work with a big piece, just cut along here. You could take the part away. So I ended up getting another phone because I didn't want the phone to interrupt my videos. So now I'm getting a phone call on my actual other phone. So, all right, so I'm just cutting out the little pumpkin here. And again, it is very easy to cut because it's just a little napkin and it's only a 1-ply, or you can do like I did some of the others, they are 2-ply. I cut both sections and then I'll peel them apart in just a bit. But I wanted to show you, I'm just cutting them out. Don't worry if it's not exact because you just want the shape of a pumpkin. They don't know what the outlines were, you know, if your guests come over or if you hand these to a friend for the holidays. So there we go. So this one is cut and then these have the backing on them. So we're just going to take off the backing. I'm just going to wet myself a little bit. Wet my fingers. Sorry about that. There we go. So this, the Mod Podge makes it a little bit tacky. So there we go. And then once it comes apart, it's very easy to take apart. And there we go. So now I'm going to put these on here as well with a little bit of Mod Podge again, just wherever I'm going to place them. And I'll just put one right here. I'm just going to kind of throw them on there, not in any type of order, like it's not going to be perfectly straight. I'm going to kind of give them some random areas to go onto. And I'm going to make sure there's Mod Podge underneath and then over as well. So we're putting that on there and you'll see that it just makes it stick so nicely. And then I'll put another one kind of on the back here, going a little bit higher. And we'll just throw him going the other way. And just let your brush do like most of the work. So I feel like Bob Ross saying, let your brush do most of the work. Because I'll tell you what, this I know is going to come up with some happy little accidents. And I'm really liking this. It's not coming out like perfectly smooth. It's giving it a great little ripple, which is really cool for me, I think. And then maybe, let's see where we're going to put this one. We'll put this one right here. And I like the candle because it just had that white background, so you're going to get everything showing through. There we go. Again, letting the brush do everything, especially these little really intricate pieces. So I know I could be showing you this like in fast motion, but I think it's nice to show all along, and I enjoy talking to you guys. So I think one more will fit on here. Right there. Yep. And we're going to cover up that back a little bit. There we go. Super cute, and you can go as far as you want to go with this, or as little as you want to go with it. I mean, you could have been done with just the napkin first part. You could have just put some pumpkins on here. And you know what I love? I love to see when you guys show me your ideas, because you guys always are so different ideas than me, and it just comes together so nice. So you take a little bit of inspiration from me, you show me your pictures on Instagram or wherever, and then you turn around and send them to me and inspire me. So I appreciate that very much, you guys. So I think this is coming out really cute. Okay, so we've got that part done. I'm going to move this away. We'll let that dry for the time being. And now I want to color this guy. So I'm going to move this a little bit a ways, and I'm going to take some of these Arteza inks here, and I'm going to use the Indian Yellow to start with, I think. And I was going to put the ink on there, but I think I'm just going to put it right into the bowl because I want to color up this bowl. But I want to color up the inside. I think that's a good color. So I'm just going to add some paint in there. I'm going to take a paintbrush and I'm just going to paint on this inside. And I think that's coming out really cool. So I can make it as like thick as I'd like it to, but I really want this one to be thin, to have like a little bit of a see-through glow. So you can see I'm just going around. And there may be a tea light that goes in there as well. I have not decided that, but I'm just brushing it down lightly. And then you can see it just gives that nice little glow. And I think this is coming out rather nice. I think I'm going to, well, there we go. That's why I didn't do it like that. I think I'm going to go just around this outside. I was going to put a little bit more to make it a darker outside, but I didn't put the ink on a plate. The paint on the plate. So I'm just going through and painting this lovely little orange, but it's actually coming out a nice more yellow than orange. I cannot wait to see the finished product. So now I'm just going to leave it there to dry. Actually, I'm being very... a little hair came out and I don't want that. So I'm just going to repaint over that. I'm being very meticulous on this one. I don't know why. I'm liking it. That's probably why. I want it to come out exactly the way I want it to come out. And I'm going to go around this outside again. All right. I think I'm done with this part. We're just going to let that sit and air dry for a little bit. Bring this back. You guys, this heat in Arizona makes everything dry so quickly. I love it. So I'm going to flip this guy right upside down. Take and really put a lot of hot glue. You could also put E6000. I'm going to put a nice amount of glue because it does kind of indent there. And then I'm going to put some right around the outside. Then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to stick it right in there. It's already dry. So this kind of looks, this kind of looks like something from a show that would have to do with maybe some smoking. That's just me. All right, let's keep on going. I'm being a little crazy now. So I'm going to take this guy and I am going to wrap it around. I'm going to decide which is going to be my front and which will be my back. And I think I want to put it right here in the center so we can have all the pumpkins being seen. So I'm literally taking this, and because it is got some wire in there, I can just wrap it around. But if you guys use rope, just hot glue it right on down. So if you have any issues with it lifting, just put some more right over it. And it's probably because that little piece was not dry yet. So I'm just going to twist these around like that. And then I'm going to take some of these little flowers here, these burlap. I'm going to use some of this yellow that'll match with those. Then I'm going to take probably one of these and one of these and stick those on there. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the green burlap, and it's got that perfect hole to go right into the ribbon there. And then the same with this guy. We're going to put that on this side. That is really cute. And then I'm just going to, since this has that yellow, I'm going to start just kind of putting these around there. And then we have some orange ones that could work well. And you don't have to put them all over. Just, I'm going to put them in different ways. Moving them around and just giving this piece some motion. Maybe put one of these lovely red ones there as well. And again, these were from the Dollar Tree. So almost everything was from the Dollar Tree or the 99-cent store, with the exception of the paint. You can get the Mod Podge there. And this little piece of rope that I had left over. I'm going to get one more little red piece here. And super cute if you wanted to. You could add more leaves, you could add more of anything you want on there, or even little acorns would be really cute. So I will show you. Here's the finished product. I think it's rather cute. I hope you like it as well. If so, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and I will go ahead and put a picture here at the end so you can see what it looks like all lit up. All right, beauties, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. It's not turning off. It's so not turning off. Okay, bye.